Hello, Jiggy, floating out in the open, at the top of an extremely tall ladder. I haven't really done much of the spooky zone yet. I'm gonna do that, save the minigames for last, I guess, because they're the most fun. Anyway, this is a very long ladder. I'm just gonna do it this way, because I think it's slightly faster. I don't know. I don't know why it works, but it does. Plus, this way is a lot dumber, and dumber is always better. That was a long ladder. And now we got another stupid thing like this, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it the cheap way this time because I don't want to screw it up, so just gotta I'm afraid gotta grab the edge of this platform. Grab the goddamn edge. There we go. I don't know how this thing supports itself. I say in a game that has floating platforms in it, like every other game ever. And I almost missed the pool there, I think. That would have sucked. Whatever. Get the freaking notes. I can't even see. Get the goddamn notes. Okay, there we go. Anyways, the Inferno, I've already done everything in there. There's... How am I, like, disoriented? This isn't a complicated place. There's a couple other places to go into. Neither of which are terribly interesting, but whatever. I think the game might be too quiet. I'm always battling with the volume in this one. Oh god, did you hear that? Yeah, you can't take food out of the park, which is completely pointless, except for one Jiggy mission that you have to do later on. It makes it slightly more annoying. So yeah, this guy is complete fat ass and insists on getting more food and won't budge until you do. So you have to give him a burger, and then even after you do that, he still won't budge because he's too large to walk. So you have to carry him, which I think would break your back, but, like, yeah, you have to do that. Which you can't do that yet, so you're gonna have to come back for this one. So you gotta remember where he is, because his location is never set in stone. And there's some weird crap going on with the lighting in here. Did you see my shadow? I'm not sure where the light source is. And that's an interesting thing about this game is, oh crap, I should have remembered that thing was there. Most N64 games have shadows, which is just a circular sprite that appears below you. This one, though, has real-time lighting. And so the shadow is actually shaped like your character and will appear on walls depending on where the light source is. It's just awesome like that. Anyway, all that was to bring the train here, which I don't really have to do. Well, there's no reason not to, but you don't need to do it yet. I like how enemies don't attack you if you're, like, standing by a sign or something. If you're doing anything of note, like if you're standing by a warp pad, they usually won't. I don't know. Anyway, bringing the train here for currently unknown purposes. And let's just speed this up, because this is kind of boring. Let's just go to the purple door. And that takes us to the Cave of Horrors. Or the Haunted Cavern. Whatever, it's the Cave of Horrors. And it's dark here, but you can follow the pathway. And once I get there, I'll show something stupid. I never realized this, but there's floating ghosts in here. Like, I think everybody except me knew that, but I never saw them until much later. And I have this collage of all the Banjo-Tooie characters that has that thing on there, and I'm like, what the shit is that? And later on I discovered it. Anyway, this is Gobi. He has a Scooby-Doo collar for some reason, and also a beard. And a water bowl that you'd think would be significant, but it's not. It's just sort of there. Gobi is a character from the first game who you torment many times, and you will torment again in this game. Over here is a Jinjo, plain and simple. Oh, come on, you have to aim at the lock. The sign advertises it as being a... what is it again? Weird killer alien. And there's the ancient bearded camel and the mighty evil dinosaur, which I'll just go ahead and free. And the dinosaur will run back to the train. And that is part 1 of 3 of an extremely circuitous and complex mission that you'll have to do for a later level. It takes like 10 hours to do this one mission just for one Jiggy, and Kazooie even complains about it when you only get the one Jiggy, but whatever. Enough of that. I seem to be focusing on later levels more than this one. I've never been a huge fan of Witchy World. I love the concept of it. It has lots of mini-games, but only really one of the mini-games is that interesting. And that's the one that I'm probably going to be saving for last segment, because I don't think I'm going to have enough time to do all of them. Anyway, that's enough for the spooky zone. Let's head over to the space zone and finally do some awesome stuff. And Kazooie, you are very annoying. And this alien thing is annoying too. Anyway, here in the Dodgem Dome, which I have mentioned many times but never said what it was, it's bumper cars. But it's a very useless bumper car sort of game. You have to collect Twinklies, not to be confused with Twinkies. And it has the same standard point setup here, and you just sort of go around in circles, and that's about it. And there's lights around the outside edge that look like toilets. I'm going to speed this up. There's not really much strategy involved, just keep going around. Every time you get something, the audience yells. It's very annoying. And I think I only needed 60 points, which I surprisingly didn't surpass by a lot, but whatever. I managed to beat it, and that's good enough. Then this one, you'd think it would have a higher point requirement, but it actually doesn't. Point requirements get lower, but they add more people to dodge. So you do it again. It's slightly more annoying because these guys get in your way, but honestly, if you just keep looping around the level, they will very rarely come into play. So let's speed it up again, I guess, because I'm already pretty close to 50. Yeah, look at that. I'm going to get more points in this one than in the last one. What the hell? It's the same amount of time, I think. It's just that they added a second person. And the third challenge is... guess what it's going to be. A third person attacking you. And is it only 40 points this time? Yeah, it is. Okay, this one is annoying because they wedge you against walls and stuff, but I'm still going to play it at fast speed because I don't think I'll lose. And what do you know? I didn't lose. The game lagged, but who cares? I don't know why this is so easy, but it is. Pointless dialogue. It's unclear if Grunty is actually here, like, in the tent, in some sort of a hidden room, or if this is just like voice recordings or clones or who the hell knows. And who cares either. It's like when Jam Jars talks to you when you read a sign or whatever. It's just basically an avatar for someone else talking to you or you reading the sign. Anyway, this is Star Spinner. Been in here before. Now I'm actually going to do something in it. There is a Jinjo in here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Or is it? Yeah, it's a Minjo. Just wanted to do that in case somebody spots the Jinjo from above and then has to leave a stupid comment. You missed one! No, I didn't. Anyway, you ride the stars up. It's pretty easy. Especially if you slow the machine down like I did. I probably shouldn't have to make it slightly more challenging, but honestly, it's not hard anyway. Just ride them up. And you get here, and this is the only part that can maybe be sort of challenging. You want to jump on this planet when it's spinning away from you, and then you get the Jiggy. And I've got 1 minute left in which I'm not going to be doing anything of note because I can't do the next minigame yet. And aside from the boss, that's all that's left for this level that I can remember. So let's just get out of here. And well, I don't know why I had to get out of there, but anyway, I'm going to check my totals here, see what I'm got. Missing 3 Jiggies. 1 is from returning the kids, 1's the minigame, 1's the boss. Cheeto page is from the minigame. Got everything else. Okay. So next time, we will be doing the Saucer of Peril. See you for that.